I spend a lot of time speaking about this when I talk about antimicrobial resistance. So, development of new antibiotics. So, when you think about development of new antibiotics, you have to just think of development of drugs. And where should pharmaceutical companies be uh, putting their resources, right? So, when you're thinking of producing a new antibiotic, I'm just going to give like really rough estimates, but let's say you spend a billion, it's probably a lot more now, but let's say you spend £1 billion developing a new drug, a new antibiotic. And as soon as it reaches the market and it's ready to be given safely to patients after all the clinical trials and after all that investment, what we do, we being the hospital, is we take this antibiotic and we say, because it's a new antibiotic, we want to use it only when we absolutely need to. And we're going to make it highly restricted and it's not going to be highly available. In fact, we only want the specialist to know about this antibiotic. So ultimately, what that means is this antibiotic that they've spent so much money on is hidden, right? In this sort of vault where we just don't want people to know about it unless it's absolutely necessary. So what tends to happen is when it comes to funding for new antibiotics, it's not a medication that will be freely used after it reaches the when it reaches the market.
So there's no return on investment. Basically.
Exactly. And there's no incentive to produce new antibiotics. So what tends to happen quite often is a lot of the new antibiotics on the market are just structural adjustments to what we already have, or there will be an addition of a component that makes that antibiotic more likely to work, but it will just be a structurally similar antibiotic to what was already on the market. And that innovation of completely new antibiotics, that has really dwindled.